Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Are you saying good morning, everyone? Hold on, I gotta fix.
Good morning.
We're very blue. Let me fix that. That's better. There we go. Okay, so today is very exciting because I think we might have found a house to stay in while they're working on this house. But that means that there's a whole bunch of like administrative stuff that needs to happen and things that need to get taken care of, grown-up stuff, important things. And so I'm gonna do the thing that I do best, which is to get out of the way and bring kids with me.
You do everything best. Come here, Smoochie face. I love you. He does
I love you
everything
too.
best. He's amazing.
That is not
Amazing at
true.
everything.
Jessica's really good at all of this like scheduling and figuring things out and making sure that like the appropriate like forms get filled out and turned in and all that stuff. I am notoriously bad at that. And it's really hard to do that when there are 6 kids running around. I'm gonna take 5 of the kids with me and we're gonna go to the zoo, and Jessica's gonna stay here and work on making sure that we have a place to live.
Jacob's staying with me. He actually hurt his foot jumping on the trampoline the other day. We were very worried that it was broken.
I took a quick trip to the Urgent Orthopedic Care Center and they did an x-ray.
Busted out some x-rays yesterday.
No problem.
Sure, why not? Just throw that in there. We were like, okay, we've got a broken foot kid now too. He doesn't have a broken foot. It's great news. But he's broken his foot before, so we were like, oh man, he knows how this feels. This is gonna be broken. Thankfully it wasn't. But he's gonna stay with me because he's not really feeling up to a whole day of walking. So he'll be my buddy in the kitchen too, because I've got a lot of work figuring out what's going to come with us to the new house and what is going to be donated as far as like some plates and stuff that we probably don't need. I'm trying to.
And he can sit in a chair for that. He doesn't need to be walking around.
Yeah, he can sit around and I can be like, Jacob, what do you think? Do you cook with this? Because he does a lot of like specialty cooking. Sometimes I get worried about donating like specialty pans because Jacob sometimes needs things that I don't use regularly. So I'm glad he'll be around to give me some input.
Are you excited about seeing animals today? You wanna see, what kind of animal do you wanna see? A tiger? I don't think they have tigers. They have lions. You wanna see a lion?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll look for a lion, okay?
Hola.
Are you ready?
Yes.
What animal are you hoping to see today?
I'm hoping to see lions and giraffes and monkeys. I'm hoping to see a lot of things. And the thing that Luke's wearing.
Oh yeah, he's got macaws on his shirt.
Macaws, I want to see.
So you want to see a macaw? I love macaws. Those are so cool. And you're looking for Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
Spider-Man is one of the exhibits that we will try and go to today.
I'm kidding.
Oh, they don't have a Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what are you gonna do?
Dad.
Yeah. All right, we're at the zoo. Bailey, we're at the zoo. You used to spend so much time here when you were little.
I did?
Yeah, in this building here. You used to like do homeschool classes in there.
Oh
You
wait,
remember
I
that?
knew that.
Yeah. I like your choice of mask today, Duncan. Very, very stylish. I like it. We got gibbons and leopards that way, and alligators, flamingos, and tortoises the other way. Which way should we go?
That one.
Gibbons and leopards? You want to do the gibbons and leopards?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do gibbons and leopards. You see the leopard? Do you see it? Do you see it? Is it cool? That's a cool one. Are you having fun?
There's a baby.
You having fun at the zoo? This is the gibbon enclosure. It's one of my favorite here at the zoo because there's no cage. Gibbons can't swim, so they built them an island. And so they're safe on their island. There's plenty of space for them to swing around and hide.
Whoa.
You know what the gibbons remind me of?
What?
You. That's called a flamingo. Can you say flamingo? Flamingo. They're pink. Can you say pink?
No.
No. Worth a shot. So this is a new part of the zoo I've never done before. We're on an Australian walkabout. So we stay on this path, but we're actually inside the enclosure with the animals. So there are some Australian creatures here that hopefully we'll get to see. We can't approach them, we can't feed them, but we can stay on the path and look at them. So that's what we're gonna do.
I think those are wallabies. Oh,
What are those? Can you say penguin? Penguin.
You see?
Yeah.
Right there?
Did you see a gorilla?
Yeah.
Was it big?
Yeah.
Was it sleeping? Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, sure.
You wanna go try and find the lions?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go find the lions.
Yeah.
Did you see the lion? Look.
Oh my gosh, that looks more Danish.
Danish.
Do you see it?
Look. Look. Looky. Look, it's a lion.
All right, we just finished at the zoo, and I grew up not here exactly, but like in the area. I used to go to the zoo a lot as a kid. There were some fun parks that I used to go to and restaurants and stuff like that. And I thought, even though we were done at the zoo, we could continue our adventure and go check something else out. What do you guys think?
Yeah!
All right, let's do it. We are at a park now. What's special about this park?
Well, we made our very first video here.
Yes, the first video on this channel is called Prince and Princess, and we filmed it here at this park. Well, a part of it here at this park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes they have turtles here, sometimes they don't. We're gonna see if they've got some turtles. They've definitely got some paths to like walk around on. So we're gonna check it out. There's some turtles.
Where?
Where?
Oh, I see them. Wow.
How many turtles do you see?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14?
15, 16, 17.
Behind me here is the bridge that they had to answer 3 questions to go across in Prince and Princess.
That's where I was dancing around in my castle going.
I think we need a reenactment. What do you think?
We should do that.
Let's do it.
A beautiful princess named Princess Bailey lived in her giant castle. A beautiful princess named Princess Bailey lived in her giant castle.
What do you think? Oh, are you a princess? Found a good spot to sit and feed Teddy with a little lakeside view. Look at this. It's a good spot. It's more of a pond than a lake. Uh-oh. I gotta focus. Do you see turtles?
Yeah.
Can you say turtle?
Nana.
Good saying turtle. We had a lot of fun checking out the spots where we filmed Prince and Princess. Teddy got a diaper change and a bottle, which is good. And while we were at the park, we remembered that we shot a big portion of the video at a different place here in Santa Barbara. And I thought we would go check that out next. You guys down?
Yeah, it was my idea.
Your idea?
Yeah.
We are now on a little hike. This is in the grounds of the Santa Barbara Mission. We're trying the front carrier with Teddy today. He's not gone front ways with this before. Trying to keep the sun out of his eyes. You like looking where you're going? Or do you like lying down on Daddy's chest, slobbering and falling asleep? Undecided?
Whoa!
All right.
Look at that! Is that it?
That's it over there, yeah. So this used to be the jailhouse for this settlement around the Santa Barbara Mission. They used to actually keep prisoners in here, and we used it for our dragon's lair, right?
Oh yeah.
And you were like down in this corner, like hiding down here. And then what was the famous line from this one?
My hero! My hero!
Very good. Still got it, Bailey. Still got it. So you guys are actually in the ruins of part of kind of the oldest part of Santa Barbara in terms of Western settlement. Jacob, who played the prince, snuck up on the dragon in the dragon's lair and saved Princess Bailey. And this area here is the area that we used for the dragon's lair.
We still have the dragon.
We still have the dragon. It is a...
We
what?
have to do this again.
You
We have
wanna-
Macaroni the Pony, Dad.
We have Macaroni the Pony. It was actually a rocking horse, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, we have Macaroni the Pony.
So who would play which part?
well,
It would just be you and
it would
Jacob
be
again?
me and Jacob again, and then
I'll be the troll.
Parker will be the troll. If
Okay.
you don't want to be the troll. And then you're the narrator. Duncan, you can play little Jacob or little me.
Well, we're losing little Luke way over there, so let's go get him. I don't know the history of this area super well. My understanding is that Spanish missionaries kind of sprinkled across California and created these missions. We learned about this a little bit in grade school in California, but part of the history that was sort of left out was the slave labor that helped build a lot of these places. Anyway, recently it's become much more important to me to get a fuller understanding of history. There's some beautiful architecture here, beautiful stories surrounding this mission, but also some really sad ones. And I don't know. I'm trying to understand the full picture of the history of this area, not just what I learned in school when I was younger.
We found this giant wooden log thingy right here. Very big. We were climbing on it.
This is a big tree. I gotta say, this is a beautiful spot. You have the rose gardens over there, big, beautiful area to like hang out. The ocean, you can see the ocean from here. It's hard to see on camera. And then mountains, foliage, mission. All right, there's one last thing that I wanna do before we leave here. I wanna pick up dinner. And one of my favorite pizza places here in town, well, it's actually in the town next to this town, but it's in Santa Barbara County, is opening very soon, and I'm going to put in a phone order and pick up pizzas to bring home with us. I'm very excited about it. This pizza place actually is where I used to go after a comedy class that I used to take. I had a comedy class once a week. It was 10 students. It was during high school, and it was taught by John Cleese from the Monty Python. So it's a little name drop there for you. And he would take us out to pizza after each class, and we would just talk about stuff. And I thought that was like really cool. Not only that he like taught this class, because I don't think he made any money from this class. It was very much like a I want to help youth sort of thing that he was doing. And then he took us out and he bought us pizza. Like he paid for the pizza, and we would go eat pizza at this place. And he would tell us all about like being in Monty Python and making movies and all that stuff. So it was really cool. And I would show him magic tricks. because that's what I did back then. Anyway, time to go get some pizza. This is the pizza we were after. Oh yes. Oh yes, who wants some pizza?